So there is a thing called the 5R protocol that is used by integrative and functional medicine providers to heal leaky gut. And it's not just for leaky gut. It can actually help heal the gut at any level. I've had patients with a lot of esophageal inflammation because of constant acid. And we've used the protocol to heal that. They've gone back in, had an endoscopy, and the doctor said, well, I don't see inflammation and redness anymore, right? So this can work for, anything from the esophagus all the way down to the end of your colon, right? I've used it with patients with inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's disease to help calm things down. So it's a big protocol. The first step of it is called, there's 5 R's. The first R is remove, and the first step of it is the elimination diet. So removing the things that are damaging to the gut. So if you continue eating foods that you're reacting to, it's going to be really hard to heal leaky gut because there's ongoing inflammation. So let's remove the things that are damaging. So that would be food sensitivities. The other thing that I do work with patients is removing infections. So it could be, doing a stool test to see if there are microorganisms that need to be dealt with. I generally don't run that test on everybody unless there's a travel history that makes me think that there's a microbe at play. But sticking to the elimination diet as the first step actually is highly impactful. It's very high yielding because it helps remove the factors that are damaging. The second R is replace. So let's bring in the things that the gut needs to do its job. This could be from supporting stomach acid to supporting digestive enzymes that come from the pancreas to making sure that there's enough bile or bile salts, bile acids to help with fat digestion. I find that these factors are often low in people with gastrointestinal symptoms or autoimmune diseases. So we bring in the things that the gut needs. The third R is reinoculate. This is a fancy word for saying bringing in the good microbes into the gut microbiome in the large intestine. So how do we do that? Well, there's the addition of foods like prebiotics and probiotics. And as we eat these foods, we start boosting the gut microbiome, which is really important for MS and autoimmunity. And then there's the repair phase. How do you repair the lining of the tissues? There are therapeutic foods you could use like bone broth and lots of plant-based foods. There are also some supplements that come in here. And so, going through the repair phase helps actually bring those proteins back that adhere the cells to each other. And then there's the rebalance. This is actually probably the hardest step of all. This is the rebalancing of your life. How do you continue to manage stress, get good sleep, eat good food, move your body, avoid exposure to toxins so that your body can be in a more balanced state, right? And this actually takes a lot of effort. It's really a lifestyle, right? To start living in a way that's supportive of your health. So this is the 5R protocol. And it is a big protocol. It is hard to do on your own because people get stuck. It's not as intuitive as you would think. And so a lot of people work individually with functional medicine providers to get through the protocol. But it's expensive, as you all know. A lot of insurance companies do not cover these visits with these providers. And so it's hard to get the support that you need. So what's the solution here? What's the answer? I struggle with this problem of access because of cost and access to a provider who could do this with you, because I think it's unfair that we hide this information behind very expensive providers. And so one of the reasons I've created Truemedicine is to bring this information to people who want it. It's not easy because it's not as simple as just taking a pill, a medication, or a supplement. It really does have a lot to do with changing your small decisions throughout an ordinary day to help you get through the protocol. and it's a lifestyle and it works. The gut is dynamic. It can get damaged over the course of a few weeks to months, but it can also heal. And so sometimes people will say, after I had COVID, or after I had a GI infection, like my gut was never the same. Well, perhaps what happened to you was the trigger for throwing off your gut balance, putting you into leaky gut. And now we have to work on getting everything back to a better place of balance.